Hello, guys. We're back.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alicia.
And I'm Haley. And we said we weren't doing that.
And this is Wicked Messy. So we've re-recorded this like 5 times due to some cat-related incident.
Lucifer has been on the prowl.
Yeah, that's Haley's cat.
Yep.
And the first time we said we weren't going to introduce ourselves anymore, I did for this one time.
Yep.
And we're going to move on now.
And that's it.
Yeah, we're never doing
We're done
that
with that
again.
after.
All right. So let's just jump right into the lover boy. Okay.
Yes.
So we have, this is
White tea peach.
Yep.
And it says and lavender. That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's try it.
Cheers. We are going to rate that now. And I give it a 6 out of 10.
Yep. 6 out of 10.
Yep.
I'd say. A little better
Pretty
than
good.
the last one.
Yeah.
We'll compare them next time, though.
Right. That's the
We'll
plan.
have them both and we'll compare.
Yep. Perfect. Again, as Alicia said last time, this was another doozy.
Yep. And I would say historically with these reunions, part 2 is always a snooze fest usually.
Yep.
Like you're rewinding. They're just like trying to like tie up loose ends, and it's usually, boring. Not this one.
Right.
This
was
was crazier than part 1.
Wild. Honestly, it was. I feel like
Not
they asked a
kidding.
lot of like irrelevant to the Westgate thing in the first one and like touched on it a little bit. So probably trying to retain people to watch the entire parts.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
100%.
So makes sense.
So we just pretty much pick up right where we left off with Sierra telling Amanda, you probably are good for Wes because you're mute and you'll do whatever he says and all this.
You won't talk
Amanda
back.
storms off. She's upset. Kyle's like, you're being harsh.
Yeah, that was really harsh, which Kyle, like, what are you doing? Because this is filmed in April 2026. So like 2 months ago. So everything was out in the open and you're still defending this girl. I can't understand it.
Yeah. So we jump right back into that. And at this point, everyone's just like piling on West.
Right.
Okay. Lindsay's calls him a pathy, which I was like, oh my God, I'm going to use that always now.
New buzzword.
New buzzword. I just loved that. And in this small window of time, KJ ends up saying, hey, like, I don't want to take too much time, but I do have something to say. And I'm like, take all the time that you need.
Yeah.
You're
seriously.
like the only decent person. In
This is your
room.
stage too,
Literally,
buddy.
like
not Amanda and West's show, like even though they think it is.
Oh, it definitely isn't.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So I actually want to bring this back to what we talked about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Last episode when he was discussing his BPD.
Yep.
You mentioned that typically this is a product of environment with that diagnosis. It's seen often.
Yep.
This episode, he, during the scene talking to West, he says, hey, listen, like this has impacted me a lot because growing up, my dad, much like what you're doing now, was a womanizer. He always cared so much about making everything look picture perfect, but it was never like that in reality.
Yep.
He was in and out all the time. Like, I can't be friends with you when you're like this.
Yeah.
My question for you with your area of expertise is, do you see any connection between BPD and perhaps a parent that acts like this while their children are growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's not so much like specifically dad and his behaviors. It's more so that mom, one, was probably super stressed trying to figure out like, how do I get this man under control while raising a child? And does KJ have siblings?
Children, all sisters.
Okay. Yeah. So mom's probably working a ton as well. She's super stressed. So that's already not a great environment. And you obviously, if you're stretched that thin and dad's out doing whatever he does and with other women or trying to keep up this image, like taking care of KJ and his siblings, that's going to be really, really tough. So then there comes that unintentional neglect again, where you can't give that full attention. So then their attention seeking behaviors kind of start up, and that's where it kind of blossoms and starts budding. I mean, I will say dad could also be a factor here because I don't know what their relationship was like, dad and KJ, and whether, KJ also was trying to fight for dad's attention because it sounds like dad was quite busy. So really, those are the big red flags. My antenna goes up when I hear that. And, I will say a lot of patients who are diagnosed with borderline, you usually can kind of follow this trail of like, what was home life like in those really early developmental stages that you need that care, you need that affection, you need that face-to-face, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just very, very interesting. And I really wish him the best,
Definitely. And just to be clear here, it's not saying that because it seems like he adores his mom. He doesn't go
Yeah.
too much into it. It's not necessarily bad parenting, but it's when you're put in a situation with that much stress and you can't pay that much attention to detail with the kids.
Yep.
This is something that happens. It's not that you're a bad parent, but this is something that can happen.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, she can be a great mom, and you just can't be there for your kids, and that's kind of what develops, we figure things out on our own, and it's not usually the right way of figuring things out because you need that parental guidance, you need that support, those
Hmm.
check-ins, stuff like that, So, it's a lot. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a wild ride for borderlines. I have a patient right now who I just yesterday got a call about that is on like their seventh or eighth, overdose attempt. And it's just, and this was sparked by a recent breakup in a very tumultuous relationship. Yeah. So it's tough. Yeah. So I give him, again, a lot of credit for bringing that up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extremely brave of him. He's just
Yep.
so sweet. I want nothing but the best
I
for
know.
him.
He's very fragile.
And we'll get back to him in a little bit as
Hmm.
there's some Dara stuff,
Developing news. Yeah.
developing Dara stuff.
Yes.
So Amanda and Sierra start kind of going at it at this point. Sierra is saying that she feels that West and Amanda have been using buzzwords with her all season by saying things like, I see you, I hear you.
Yep.
And in reality, they don't. And Sierra almost frames it in a way that it's like, were they saying this just to keep me to back off and not look at this too hard?
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
100%.
That's what I think.
Yeah, they
I
don't
believe
want the
that.
attention on them. They're
No.
just like, let's go with the flow. Let's be kind, nice, and we can sneak our hugs and we
Yep.
can sneak our, almost nearly kissing like on the side here. And no one's gonna know a fucking thing.
Yeah, right. I think they almost could have done it too if
Yeah.
they were on any other show besides a Bravo show.
Right.
'Cause
There's
these
cameras
fans-
everywhere.
These
too.
fans, though, this fan base, you're not getting away with anything.
No, they're committed, they're invested, and they're gonna dig the fuck out of anything that has even the
Anything.
tiniest puff of smoke to it.
Yes.
Yeah, they're stupid. They're
The fact
they're
that they
so
thought they
stupid.
could trick the fans.
But
it's
again,
like,
I think
what?
West knew this was going to come out because think about it. There's going to be a rebound from Westgate, and West is going to monetize the fuck off of it. Like people are going to being the bad guy in the Bravoverse is not a bad
But
thing.
he didn't
It
think
gets you a lot.
But he didn't think he was going to be the bad guy. He thought he was smart enough to play this. So
See, I don't know. I think he is egotistical maniac, and I think he really did. There's no way he thought this wasn't going to come out and him seen as
no,
the
no,
bad
no.
guy.
I mean, I don't think he thought it was going to come out like this. I believe that they had this plan where it's we need to show the viewers that we are genuine friends, and you
Yeah.
were there for Sierra, and it just happened to not work out. And I saw all of it, and I love you both, but the way that the cards fell, we ended up finding each other.
Yeah.
I think that they thought they could trick us for a good 2 seasons, and their organic love would be celebrated.
Right, right.
I do.
And-
That's what I think. I think he
Yes,
thinks he's
yeah.
smart enough to have played us for
Yeah.
shits and gigs.
But there's no way you don't also think about the alternative route that it could take.
A
You know what I
normal
mean?
A normal person would.
And like, why did you release that statement when you did? If you thought you weren't going to be the bad guy, I don't know.
well, he's saying because they didn't have a choice
Because of all the
because of the
breadcrumbs.
video, allegedly.
Right,
Is what
right,
Amanda's
right,
saying,
right.
which they won't talk about. So whatever.
I know. Yeah, but no, I feel like I sent you something on Instagram where there is a conversation about the video. So I don't know if that's coming in part 3 because I'm pretty sure Andy even asked a question about it because he didn't see it. So this might be coming. Could be wrong, but
hope
I
so.
believe it is. Unless it's like someone leaked footage that was cut out, but I don't know.
I don't think I
Censored,
don't think
uncut.
Sierra herself's even seen it because they didn't want to because it's like revenge porn. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Amanda did say, and I appreciated this little bit of honesty because I'm like, duh. She said that she selfishly wanted to kind of figure things out because she knew she'd eventually have to tell Sierra anyways.
Yeah.
And she would it would be embarrassing to go to Sierra and be like, hey, by the way, like I kissed West and I'm literally a side bitch. So she was like, I kissed him either way.
Right. When
That
she said she
honesty-
knew about Miha and like,
I
was I
like,
going to say that to you?
you know what?
Yeah.
I can understand that. You already ruined your best
Yeah.
friend's life. Maybe like come with some.
But that also goes along with the point, like, so obviously you are making a really fucking bad decision if you feel that embarrassment already about even like bringing the subject up.
Yeah.
What were you fucking Thank you.
Mia was like, "Yeah, it is embarrassing." Yeah, that couldn't have made her look better, but she finally said something without being defensive, like, knowing how it would look.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, "Good, you said something other than
But
telling Sarah to
she
shut up."
stays with the resting bitch face during this reunion, and
She's
it's wild to have the balls. I would be smiling, I would be, like, so meek, like, I just didn't feel that from her,
well,
especially part 2.
I don't know, they both looked off.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
know we talked about speculated last time, but I feel like, come on, they Xanax or something.
100%. But again, I don't think it's gonna touch her because this is a terrible position to be on.
I can only help you so much,
Yeah,
right? She's definitely
exactly.
falling asleep on the couch. I'm like, "Wake up! We need
No,
you."
I
Although
know.
she was full fight or flight when Mia was like, "It is embarrassing."
Yeah.
She's like, "I gotta go." She runs away.
Yeah, like that, I don't understand. And West, why did it take 4 people on that stage and Lindsay to F bomb, get the fuck up, and get your girl 15 times for you to then go? What are you doing?
They literally had to put a gun to his head.
Yeah.
In fact, he didn't even go until Kyle was like, "You should really go after her." He was
Yeah.
like, "Okay," and got up. I'm like,
I know. I'm
"What?"
like, this is
And this is
wild.
supposed to be the guy that is
Yeah.
considered emotionally mature.
Mhm.
His mom, I'm pretty sure this is true. I think this is true.
Yeah.
His mom's a psychologist or something,
Oh,
or a sex
interesting.
therapist or something.
Oh, wow.
Something like
Interesting.
that. So he knows how to talk to women in a
Yeah.
way that do you like,
Wow.
doesn't that make so much sense?
Yep.
I'm like
The
90.
manipulation, everything.
You know exactly what to
Yeah.
say. And if she is a really nice lady too, like 2 things can be possible that you can be manipulative and a clout chaser, and that you also just genuinely like love women.
Yeah.
And in the wrong ways, but it's like
Yeah.
I think he
The
believes his own
intentions are
bullshit.
really
He
bad.
believes his
Yeah.
own bullshit.
Yeah, I think he validates
Literally.
himself every night, and he's like,
100%.
"Everything I did and said today was absolutely fine because of this, and it's all centered around him." And that's the reality that he lives in his mind, and he's been living since he got on Summer House. Probably fucking how he got on Summer House. I mean, give me a break.
Who knows, dude? It definitely I don't know how we got on Summer House,
Yeah.
but I know that Dara definitely got on Summer House because of him. But
Yep.
anyways, we'll get to
Yep.
that. So he goes and talks to Amanda. He's like, "It's okay to cry on stage."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Can somebody get Kyle back there? Because this guy doesn't know what to say to Amanda.
I know. I
This guy does
know.
not know what to say.
Yep.
You can cry on stage, no shit."
Yeah. But my thing is then he leaves Amanda, and then she's, like, still gone for quite a while.
Andy said on his podcast recently that
Yeah.
she was actually gone for 20 minutes, which is a very
A
long
long time.
time.
Are so fucking selfish because everyone got there in the morning. Everyone knows reunions are a long, exhausting day. And fine, take 5 to 10 minutes. I understand you're under scrutiny. You're going through a lot. Don't do 20 minutes. You're just an asshole and you can't run from your problems. I'm sorry.
Not on this TV show.
No.
So when she left, it's so funny because like Andy was trying to find anything else to talk about.
I know.
Like I literally, when he brought up Ben and the Jesse and the new bed bugs,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to make a coffee.
Wait. So speaking of
I don't even know what
Jesse.
happened. Can't even tell you.
Oh, I can. So they started talking to Jesse about his tour and his new album and everything. And then they brought up the song about loving your best friend.
Oh, what did he say?
And so he was asked, is that song about Sierra? Because they talked about that whole thing. Like, why were you saying it was a joke to kiss Sierra where you really have feelings for her? And he pretty much was like, no, it was a joke. But then he kind of ate his words because Sierra's like, what do you mean? You said it wasn't. Whatever. But then they get back into this song about loving your best friend. And then Sierra, she said, well, they can play Jesse's song after the wedding about being in love with the best friend, about Amanda and Wes. Yep. Yep. And I was like, oh my God. And I think Andy's like eyes like bugged out. And he's like, oh my God, this is great. Like, this is wild.
Oh my God, I can't believe I missed that.
I know. I know.
Wait, is that when Jesse was like upset and he's like, people are making fun of me online?
No, Kyle brought that up. And I'm like, Kyle, why are you bringing that up? He's like, I feel so bad for Jesse. Like, they're really coming in hot on his music and they're not very nice. And I know what that feels
Do you
like.
know?
But like, I didn't get that
Wait.
sense online that people were hating his
Okay,
music.
I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
But I heard that
Yeah.
recently on his tour,
Yeah.
he was like playing at some bar or something, and some like lady in like the pit like passed out,
Well, that happens all the time.
and like he was just like kept on singing.
Oh God,
and
see, you can't do that. That's like freaking,
And it was
who
like
is it? Travis Scott that
Yeah, it
people
was a
died and
huge
everything, but like
yeah.
he also didn't stop his concert for people and they were
Well,
screaming.
yeah, Jesse didn't stop his
Which that's bad because you're playing in very intimate, small venues.
How do you not see that?
So that's
But he's
wild.
also not like an art, like,
Right,
unless
maybe he didn't know.
what if you don't
Yeah.
have someone that knows? Like, Jesse's not a bad person, and he seems like somebody that has no interest in making his career go over saving someone's life. He seems like a decent
Yeah.
person. I think that he needs someone on that tour bus that knows what's going on. How
Yeah.
about that? Jesse can't be like traveling with his little
No.
buddies. Like, get a fucking manager
No.
because someone just passed out on the sticky bar floor. And you need to say in the microphone, hey, everybody, clear the way
Right.
for the freaking ambulance.
Right.
Instead of saying, I guess I'm drunk.
But so this is alleged. We don't know if this
Yeah, I
is
don't
true.
have.
We don't have videos. We don't have anything like that.
I think they're out there because I heard mumblings about this on Twitter.
I gotta look this up.
So
wow, that's terrible. That's
not on
terrible.
him. It just sounds like he didn't know what to do. But this is what happens.
Yeah, but no matter what, the public is gonna be like, "You are a fucking asshole." They don't care.
It's Hollywood, babe.
But his shows do look fun. Honestly,
I'd go.
I would too.
All right, and I don't want to talk about this music for another second.
No.
Now, all right. So then, when I returned from my coffee,
Wait, pause. In that little interim, we also learned that because Kyle again fucking said this, that Jesse invested in Soft Bar.
I think he said that. We knew that.
I did not know that until this reunion. That was not mentioned. The whole thing was about Carl and Kyle and how Kyle didn't invest because Carl did with Loverboy.
Yeah, but the whole thing was, I think, that we heard in the season. You might have missed it, but the whole thing was like, even Jesse, like,
yeah, maybe I missed that.
And it was like, okay, so Jesse did and you didn't. And Kyle was like, well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that wasn't like, it wasn't a
remember
surprise to me, but it definitely wasn't like highlighted because it wasn't a lot. I think it was like $5,000 or something. I mean, that's better than nothing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kyle gave him nothing. So
yeah,
I bet Kyle has invested by now.
I don't know.
Carl's a mess.
It didn't sound like it.
Carl's a mess merch is literally keeping his lights on.
That.
So yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, but Carl still, because he's invested, he still gets money from Loverboy. That's never going away.
That's a good point. But still.
Yeah. And now they add that on. So,
it's not acceptable.
And then now Sierra with the Girl Scouts, they get a profit, which we bought the shirts and that goes towards the Girl Scouts.
They'll be here soon.
Yep. Hopefully.
All right. So let's get into Dara.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amanda's still gone at this point. And they bring out Dara, who is looking stunning, gorgeous.
Yeah, she looks amazing. I loved her dress. Absolutely loved it. She crushed it.
Dara, call us immediately. Where'd you get the dress, honey?
Literally, I need that. It's like almost Romanish, but like very like modest, but like
she looks so good. She's so pretty. I will give it. She's
beautiful.
A stunner. Dude.
She is. And she's probably even like beautiful without all her makeup.
We've seen her without makeup, without her, like she's done it
in like the mornings and stuff.
With like the hair. She's
oh my
just
God.
like
I love her.
Stunning, gorgeous. How does West even get girls like these girls?
Yeah.
These girls are stunning. Anyways.
Because that's what those types of guys get. They're so good at manipulating and turn on the charisma. And they don't know what they're actually getting.
It's like, how many of your girlfriends over the years, your beautiful, hottest friends that you have, and they've dated guys that you're like, this dude, this guy?
I know.
And why is it? Because they're maybe a little funny?
Yeah, he's like
that's what West isn't ugly, but he's
not like a scruffy like
he's
college
not ugly
guy.
Though. Objectively, he's not like, whoa, he's hideous.
He's not hideous.
How has he made it this far? Personality, a good sense of humor.
Yep.
Will get any guy anything he wants,
and he's at every party and everyone's drunk.
Well,
it's a good way to start it up.
I have some other thoughts on his partying habits, but we'll get to that.
Oh, yes. I saw something about that. Yeah.
So they bring Dara in and they're like, all right, so Dara, like, what do you think about this whole situation?
Yep.
You can just hear Kyle in the background. Amanda should really be here for this.
Yeah.
Amanda should really be here. And Andy's like, well, she's not. So let's go. I have a dinner to make tonight.
Yeah, like Kyle, stop defending her.
Well, I think he was being a good producer at this point. He's like, we need Amanda to hear why West is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So Dara comes on. She gives the spiel like, you care more about your image than the woman that you hold so close to your heart, like blah, blah, blah. Yep. She gives it to him.
Yeah.
And
well, her quote was, it's the West show and it will always be the West
Amanda
show.
Comes out.
No, she says it before she comes out.
Oh,
she actually says that quote before and then she kind of summarizes it.
Okay.
She doesn't say that actual quote when Amanda's back out, which is annoying.
Well, it ends up getting said anyways, thanks to Andy.
Yes.
So Amanda comes back out and Kyle's like, well, Amanda, now that you're back, Dara, can you re-say what you said?
Right. But again, why was Kyle getting up to go get her?
Why was he?
Yeah.
Because that's his wife. It's
Uh,
still his wife,
well,
dude.
she's not claiming that. How many times is she saying this? I'm single, I'm single, I'm single. It's like, honey, no, you're married. You're married. You're not divorced. No one's filed.
Because that's the kind of person she is, and that's the kind of person he
Oh,
is.
I can't.
Listen, Amanda, I don't want to get too deep in the realm of you did this and that makes you, blanket statement, the worst person in the world. There are good people that just do bad things. She was in a bad relationship, a horrible for 10 years because Kyle is such a, golden Labrador fucking retriever. Like
Yeah.
everybody loves him. Shit got dark.
Yeah.
And everybody that's piling on Amanda and ignoring that, this is all going to blow over and people are going to realize that they might be on the wrong side of history by putting everything into Kyle and taking everything away from Amanda because she was treated very badly.
But to be
Understand.
fair, I don't think Kyle ever, even on this reunion especially, has said, I'm a good guy. He actually, during this part 2, said, everything I did was wrong. I was wrong in many ways. Because this is when Andy brought up, like, you said you misunderstood Kyle. And he was like, yeah, no, I did a lot of bad things and I will stand by that. But now it's like, okay, you're continuing to make poor choices when you know you're in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And the way you're showing up to this reunion is absolutely
Yeah,
insane.
she's doing everything wrong. It's hard. So Dara is just like literally killing her little conversation. Like I think even like Sierra was like, "Yeah, get him, girl." Like she said, what did she say? He needs somebody that he can mold and fit into his life and
Yep.
all of the things. And that's when Andy was like, "So Amanda, like just wondering, you just left the Kyle show to be on the West show? Like
Yeah.
make it make sense."
Yeah. Honestly, like, and that's what I said on one of these episodes was like, what were you thinking? You have a problem with Kyle, who's a party animal, and you saw Wes and you don't get the connection that he's a party animal as well and he's fucking all these girls. And probably half the people, the girls invited to these parties are because of Wes. And he's probably hooked up with all of them.
I mean,
Give me a break. It's a joke.
yeah, I mean it's not great, but the thing is, it could be the Amanda show. It was the Amanda show up until they put out their
Right.
statement.
Yeah.
I was seated, I was buckled, I was ready for the Amanda show, and guess what? I still am. I want all of these people to win.
Yeah.
I want things to work out for all of them. I
Right.
don't hate any of them. I hate what Amanda did,
Yeah.
but I still want her eventually when things calm down. I want her to win. I want her to find herself. I want her to get away from this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, she's the best person for doing this, but I'm not saying she's the worst. West sucks. I want women stay away from West.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad you
Seriously,
are.
like-
You can't, don't get
Yeah.
down to that level.
Don't touch him with a 10-foot
Don't.
pole. It's not worth it because something is going to happen, spiral out of control. But yeah, I don't know, Amanda. I just feel like in April 2026, when you're filming this reunion, this is still your stance and this is still how you're acting. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know. And then when Wes went back to get her, she kept saying, or no, maybe this was during the break. She was like, I'm so tired of people saying you're married, you're married.
Yeah. I'm like, that's
girl, what are
no
you
one-
saying?
no
You
one
know you're mic'd up.
no one cares whether she cheated on Kyle.
I know that's not.
Why do they
the
keep like
issue.
they act like that's like they're like we never had sex and there was no overlap?
I
Like,
know.
do you think that any like
I know.
oh my god, you really think
I
you're
know.
doing something right now?
Well, first she was saying there was nothing physical, and now she's saying since the kiss, and it's just this kiss. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
All right. So
But yeah, so Dara and KJ, they're obviously very much together. And again,
very much
it
together
was
in the reunion. You're
right
saying,
when it
yes.
was filmed, April like 17th of this year,
Okay.
like 2 months ago.
All right, everybody listen up.
This is wild.
This is crazy.
So then what? The end of May, maybe the 30th, 31st, or even June 1st, maybe not June 1st. Was it over the weekend that this all came out that KJ deleted every single picture and post of Dara and him on Instagram? They also unfollowed each other. And then all these Bravo accounts are like, oh my God, they broke up, blah, blah, blah. And then we come to this podcast that Carl has now. And I mean, Carl, you are trying any possible thing you can, buddy, to stay relevant. Like you secured the first interview with KJ, post him saying I have a borderline, post him like spilling his guts, in now post breakup. But this is the wild thing though,
Okay, yeah.
is He's saying they broke up. Dara and KJ broke up because he was post hospital discharge, needed to focus on himself and recover. And Mia kind of spoke up to Dara and said, "You can't be dealing with this. He has to focus on himself. This isn't a good time. You guys should break up," which she followed through with. But my question is, part one of this reunion, KJ goes, "In the past, I've been hospitalized for self harming." Right? But now fast forward to real time today or a few days ago when they broke up, now he's on Carl's podcast stating, "We broke up after I discharged." So when was this hospitalization number 2?
That's the thing that we need to figure out, because summer of 2025, they're filming. They
Right.
finished filming. He says during part 1 of the reunion that once filming wrapped up.
No, they finished filming winter to 2025, right? No, Memorial Day of
What
this.
are
No,
you talking? Summer House?
Summer House was July 2025
Yep. To
to
September, to Labor Day.
September. Right. Okay. Okay.
You s-
Right. I don't know what
Christmas. So after they filmed Summer House, he had quit his job for Summer House. So
Yeah.
now he's done and the party's over and he's looking around and he's like, I didn't have a house at that point,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm homeless. Yeah.
Right.
Everything.
So that he's saying that during part 1 of the reunion. Okay.
Right.
He doesn't mention that Dara breaks up with him.
No.
Okay. Now part 2 of the reunion, she's on the reunion
And
with
they're
him.
kissing.
So they're together.
And they're holding hands. Yeah.
Now, a few days ago from today, he has a podcast saying that he ended up going into treatment. And when he went into treatment, Mia suggested that Dara break up with him
On this podcast, not on the reunion.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
So did he get hospitalized twice? Or did he just not mention the breakup in the reunion to protect her?
But that wouldn't make sense because part 2, she comes on. So you're saying, were they pretending that they were together on the reunion?
I don't know.
Yeah, nothing makes sense, honestly.
It must have been, you know what, though? We did only listen to that clip. I bet it's fully explained if we actually cared enough to listen to Kyle's podcast.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to give him a stream.
Why don't you like him?
I don't
He's
know. I
such
like
a-
him so anti-Carl. I just think he's like so, I don't know, just the way he phrases things. He wants to stay neutral, but funny. I'll give Kyle this.
Okay.
So they did a flashback, and I didn't realize that whole night that Kyle said "fuck you" to Amanda, and the whole fight ensued. I missed the clip of Kyle going, "I forgot Kyle is more fragile than a fucking China doll."
Oh my God, it's so funny. He's like
dying.
6'5" Carl. He's so
Oh my God, he's hilarious. But yeah, we definitely need to clarify this whole KJ and Dara thing. I guess I'll have to listen to Carl's podcast, and then we'll have to update our viewers next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna get more information.
Yeah,
on
we're gonna
this
get
if
to
it's
the
last
bottom of
thing that we
this.
do. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now with Carl though, let's just stay on Carl for a second because they try to focus on him.
Yeah.
And Softbar and Lindsay, and they talk about all that. So finally, Andy is like, all
And
right.
he's kissing Lindsay's ass at any moment.
My God,
He's too much.
he's very pro Lindsay right now.
Oh my
on
God,
the
yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
He's like, I still have the bear that she gave me. It's in the office, which is cute.
I have another conspiracy. Maybe Carl was passing up on Bailey because he had hopes that him and Lindsay would rekindle.
I don't know. You think so?
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of do.
No, I don't think he wants her back like that.
I think he does. I think he's
don't.
like, "Oh my God, she's actually being nice, and like I miss her, and like
Oh, Lindsay's great when she's great.
Oh, she's great when she's great, but she's a wild child when she's not. When she's
Yeah.
activated, I love it though.
Well, so he was saying though, talking about like, oh, we're actually doing good, we're making money. Listen, I don't know anything about restaurants, but what I thought is
Yeah.
usually if a restaurant does do good in the beginning, it's because people want to come and support.
Mm.
But after a few months, when those people aren't coming just to come,
Yeah.
that's when you find out, like, yeah, I'm glad you're making profit, but it's only been 2 months.
I know.
So like Tom did great in
Well,
the beginning too, and look at that
probably
now.
less at that point when they were filming too, the reunion. So
So
less
it's
time
like-
that they were open. I
Not
know.
to take a win away from him because it's like it's New York.
I mean, when you open a business and you're on a reality TV show, I mean, you're guaranteed that people are going to come, and it's going to be a steady
For
flow
a
of people.
little though, that's what I'm saying. Like
See,
that place
well,
shut
yeah,
the
that's
fuck
true.
down.
Yeah.
And but when did
No.
it really go downhill? After Scandal.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Carl's a little like, oh shit about this too.
Yeah, but I think he's being strategic, having Kyle do like DJ things, having runs like end up at his bar and like stuff like that, and like getting people hooked because the drinks do look good, and if they taste good, people are going to continue going, 100%. And that's
I
a
bet
new
they're
idea.
great. I bet they're great.
Oh, I
I
know.
guarantee it. I'd go for one.
Yeah.
I'd go for one.
But I would never pay like $20 for a drink that doesn't have alcohol like over and over again. Like that would be absolutely insane.
Right, but I guess if you are truly sober, it's
Yeah.
like would you really care? You're not
Right.
doing that Monday through Friday. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so although I'm like anti Carl, I do hope Soft Bar continues to do well. And I really think it will because he's got to start trying to stay relevant as much as he can.
Yeah, I think it will do good. I don't know of anything else like that
No. Yeah.
for a reason, I guess, but what do we know?
Right. If he starts expanding, then we'll know he's doing well.
And he has the THC drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's,
true.
I
True.
mean,
True. True.
ding ding. I bet those
And
wicked.
a lot of people in New York smoke.
I bet that $25 drink that person was talking about had THC.
Yeah.
In it. It had to, right?
I would think so because
I-
that's juice is not that much
You better get you
unless it's organic and
stoned as
like
hell.
natural sweeteners.
Have you ever had one of those?
A
The drinks that
THC
make
drink?
you high?
No.
I did 2 weekends ago and I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I freaked out.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was like too much. Did you drink it too fast, do you think?
Yeah, I think I did because I tried one before.
Would you chug it?
I tried one before that my friends came over with a few weeks ago, and I was perfectly fine.
Who, Jen?
Yeah.
Of course she has it.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying people's names on the podcast.
Well, Jen's a valued listener.
She is a valued
and
listener.
she comments
Hi,
on everything.
Jen.
Hi, Jen. We love you.
I love you. And it was really good. But
Right.
whenever I tried and I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Interesting.
But there's so many different, I guess it's like with actual like flour and stuff too. It's like you like this one, but you don't like that one. This one makes you freak out. This one's fine. I bet it's the
okay.
same thing.
Okay. Or maybe you were
Anyways.
just freaking out because it was a new form and you were like, oh my God, I don't know what to expect.
Well, yeah, I
and
don't
it just
smoke
went
anymore,
down
so
to
I
a spiral.
I think I
Yeah.
would have spiraled. No
Yeah, I
matter
think you
what.
spiraled.
But I tried his, okay? I'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
spiral in the middle of
But we
Soft Bar.
definitely spiral in New York because
Oh.
then you'd step outside and be like, "Meep, meep,
Yeah.
meep."
Yeah, I think I'm actually spiraling just thinking about it. Anyways, Lindsay says, and this actually like warmed my heart. She was like, Carl, I feel like you have become the person that you've wanted to be and
Yeah.
have needed to be.
I know.
What
Well,
a compliment from Lindsay Hubbard.
I know. Is she catching feelings again? I don't know.
I
She
think-
seems kind of desperate.
I
She
think-
talks about her sex life every chance.
My God. I know you didn't watch it, but her with the milkman in this fucking
Oh, I
insane
did.
episode.
I saw that.
Do you know that he dated Kelly Dodd?
I'm not surprised. He's a freak.
He was on that show for a scene.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He reminds me of Denise Richards.
And also going off of Lindsay talking about her dating, because Andy brings that up on the reunion, she gives a little Easter egg, which I love using because I've been listening to Giggly. And they're talking about like Easter egg. Do you know what that means? Like
Yes.
when you give a hint or whatever.
Yes.
She was like, you will definitely see more dating with me on in the city. And I was like,
Did you hear
is
Kyle?
that just Milkman?
Did you hear Kyle? He's like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm like,
He's-
really, Kyle? Because I bet you
Oh.
will never watch a minute of that.
No.
at all.
Imagine if they ended up together. That'd be so wild.
That would be.
But Lindsay would never.
incestuous.
Yeah.
He would never.
But it would be like perfect because he wants kids. Like I feel bad. He's fucking
Lindsay-
40 something years
Lindsay
old.
would eat him up and
I know.
spit him out.
But maybe that's what he needs. Maybe
I-
that will put him in line. Honestly, you never know. Yeah, who knows?
Oh, that just
But
made me feel a little sick.
I know.
Although I do want to say in this conversation, it forms into Andy asking the cast their opinion after Lindsay and Carl did that ad together
Yes.
post scandal. Amanda, maybe she should have just waited until the others answered because that question wasn't like really for her. Like, you're not allowed to be upset about that.
Is this when she talks about like monetizing breakups?
And
Yeah.
she's like, Lindsay, I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
It's like, although I do believe.
No, she goes, I would have never monetized on someone else's situation.
I believe that she wouldn't. She doesn't seem like the type of person like that feels icky, and I feel like she is the type that would be like, "That's gross."
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
she could have, she would have.
She probably is right now.
What?
I don't
Carl
know.
and Lindsay broke up, and she didn't do a thing. I think it's icky. However, that's like icky in real life. This is reality TV. This is the name of the game.
Right.
Amanda knows she was here when Scandal happened.
Yep.
She knows. And it's like, it's true though. It's like there is the type of person that will monetize and the person that will not. There's no right or wrong answer, but
Pick your battles.
if Sierra didn't care, then Amanda doesn't have a right to care. So
Exactly.
that's that on that.
Exactly. But she has no say anyways, so she needs to sit and just smile, be nice. And wait, I think at the same time or at some point, no, this was, I wanted to bring this up after I said the comment about her saying, like, I'm so tired of them saying, you're married, you're married. She also was saying, because this is when Wes went back to see her, she also was making comments about like Kyle and like his infidelity, but specifically stated that Kyle was going on quote unquote dates while they were married, which I'm like, first off, why did you strategically say this backstage with just you and West when you know your mics are hot and not on the stage because you knew people were going to be like, what are you talking? Like, why are you then throwing this? Like, I just can't with her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, her and Wes clearly had many, many, many. He even when he's trying to calm her down, he's like, "Let's remember our goal
I
here."
know.
I'm like,
I know.
"Oh, you guys had a whole which you need to. I mean, you'd be dumb to not come in with a game plan, but
Right.
you should have thought of a different one because this one isn't working out
Yeah, no,
well."
they're whatever they did plan for, they both went opposite directions because West wanted to be like, yeah, I understand. I'm a victim and I feel bad for me. That's what he was playing that role the whole time with the facial expressions and not responding much.
And like
It's
looking
just,
down.
yeah. And then they did talk about that. They're like, well, you don't say too much because you don't want them to go the other way and then harass you for that. Like, shut
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I was
No, you want to be honest and actually look like you're being a real human being and not playing this game still.
And
Did
I
you
and
not
I
get the
I would
memo?
expect Amanda to know that, but Amanda, like, you know better than to not say. But you know what? She's just so not even in her right mind. My last note on this part of the scene was you could just I feel in their heads, like, watching this because 'cause they're both, like, not even looking at each other, like, they're spacing out when all this is happening.
Specifically, Amanda was not looking at Kyle every time he talked, which I thought was incredibly rude and just, like, weird. I was like, "Why are you doing that
It's like the one
specifically?"
person on the stage defending her, and she, like,
Literally
hates
has
him.
her back 100% of this time, and that's nuts, and you won't even look at him.
So you know that before they arrived on set, like, they were both just like, "Babe, we gotta get through this, and then we're
Mhm.
off to Italy."
Oh my god, I know.
Do you know what? So, again, just spreading lies and slander, but I did see so you know how they went to his family's wedding in Italy?
Yep.
Somebody posted the RSVP for the wedding, and you had to RSVP for this fucking wedding
Yeah.
in February.
Interesting. Here comes the timeline. So that's wild because
Mhm.
so they were 100% fucking the entire time Summer House was filmed.
Well,
I
I
strongly
know.
believe it.
I believe emotional, you believe more than that. Either way, they're just in Italy right now living their
They're
best
so dumb.
lives. Okay, so then they start talking about Amanda and Kyle and their marriage. And Amanda reveals that they have not been intimate for 4 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
I know that Bravo can't like dig into this too much, but I like. Do
But
we mean actually 4 years
but
or like only like once every like few months?
that's what
4 years? There's no way.
there's no way because
There's
there's
no way.
scenes from last season of Summer House where they're talking about having a child. Why would you even be having conversations about that if you're not sexually active together?
Well, I mean, a lot of people do that and they have to like plan when they have sex and stuff.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't really that conversation if your sex life is 0 for that many years, would you really be talking about like let's progress and bring a child into this?
Well, they really talked about the child like 3 seasons ago when they were looking at houses
Oh,
and
that was 3 seasons ago?
last season she was like, I don't think I'm ready for kids.
Yeah, that's when
Or
they were at like dinner or something and she was like, "No, Kyle, I'm not doing that." Yeah, I don't know.
well, I know that
That's
I know
wild.
you make babies through sex, but definitely I'd say that it doesn't
But so,
like come
okay,
on.
let's say they actually haven't been intimate or
Okay.
had sex in 4
Yep.
years. Do you think that it's still that horrible that Kyle was stepping out? I
Oh,
mean,
don't do that to
I
me.
know, because that's a tough one. I mean,
Do
you
I think
do have certain roles you need to fill as a wife. If you're not giving it to your husband, unfortunately, the men formulate that into, "I gotta find it somewhere. He's an alcoholic."
it's up to the men to
Socially.
leave.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
But no man is gonna make that decision,
it
unfortunately.
does put it in a different light. If they genuinely have not had sex in 4 years, it doesn't make what he did better, but I can understand it more. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
How about that?
yeah.
So she pretty much says that the nail in the coffin was New Year's when she did not go with him to his gig, and she woke up the next morning and saw that he had gotten a freaking hotel.
Yes.
And this was supposed to be the morning that they wake up with fresh beginnings, new intentions, and
Yeah.
he's doing the same old shit. And she's like, that's the nail in the coffin for
Right,
me.
right.
It
But didn't he so she thought he got a hotel with someone, right?
I don't think that's what she was insinuating. I
No?
think that the point being is you're doing the same old shit that you're staying out all night, not coming home when you said you would, and
Right.
I'm waking up alone again.
My worry, though, is that Amanda, again, is trying to paint Kyle in this horrible light when, yes, he did a lot of bad things and made a lot of bad decisions and reacted really poorly to a lot of things and treated her bad. But, like, are you trying to put more fluff in these things and make him look worse because you're in the position that you're in and no one else is going to be able to prove it?
How about this? How about there's a huge possibility that she's not, over orchestrating anything.
Yeah.
She's saying the things that she's been hiding for the last 10 years. Amanda has been protecting
Okay.
him for 10 years. I guarantee she's not making anything up, not fluffing. Kyle sucks. I don't think she needs to say anything to make him look bad. I think he does that all on his own. She's just no
Yeah.
longer protecting him. And it's just now very convenient to your point that she's bringing this up now when she is the bad guy and he's not. I think that.
But where's the receipts?
The receipts? We saw it for 10 years. He cheated on her many times.
No, I know. But like post marriage, do we have receipts of all the stuff that she's claiming now? Like going on dates, like doing this, doing that.
Oh, I don't.
Where are the receipts? Because I would imagine these girls, at least one of them, would be a fucking asshole and be like, let me blow this guy's fucking spot up because now I know he's on Summer House and he's married to Amanda
Well, that's
Petula.
what she's saying. She's like, Kyle, I have videos. And he's like, oh.
Yes, I do remember that piece. Yeah. But
It's
not to
not
the degree that she's saying is what I'm saying.
You really think that she's making any of that up? I don't.
I think she's fluffing some of it
I don't.
to paint the picture.
I don't.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to think that of Kyle, he's shown it like so many times.
Yeah. But she
So many
accepted
times.
it.
She did. So then we could just go right into the Cartier watch thing. And Andy.
Yeah, he should have never bought her that.
Well, no shit.
I bet he regrets that now.
Andy was like, so West, we got a lot of viewer opinions on you comparing Kyle to the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And West was like, I don't know why I said it like that. Like, I was just really upset because he got her that beautiful watch and later that night called her a bitch. I was just in my feelings and it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't. And Kyle's like, that was a highlight of my summer and you took it away from me.
Yeah. And
I'm like, bro, that was a highlight of your summer?
Right. But also, didn't West make some sort of comment in commentary or something that, like, is he going to say, like, fuck you, bitch, and buy her a yacht?
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And this goes back to, like, and Kyle even said, and Andy, do your job, because Kyle said, I feel like you were trying to make me look worse because you saw that this was coming,
right?
Like you positioned. And West was like, I don't need to make you look worse. And like that randomly shut Kyle up and he like backed down. And I'm like, Kyle, no, you're onto something.
Yeah.
That comment was
going
like preemptive. He literally, you had the nail, Andy.
Yeah.
Tell him to
fuck up.
West, stop telling
No,
people.
Andy's being very passive. I feel like he's like feeling like he's like out of his game here. And he's like, I gotta just let them do what they do. I'm surprised by Andy again in part 2.
Yeah. I mean,
But again,
That's a
I
good
think
question.
Andy's learning this stuff now.
Yeah, Andy is like literally living the dream right now.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
And I also think the fact that Andy now has 2 growing children and he has to give them a lot of attention now that they're getting older, it's harder for him to keep up with all this stuff online because it's wild.
He has 2?
Yeah, he has a daughter and a son.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ben and Lily, I want to say. What's that her name? Lily? Yeah, they sound so cute, but he doesn't show them.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyle says that the summer was doomed on night 1 when Amanda said that he only had his DJ career to spite her.
Yeah.
It's like, Kyle, let's just stay quiet with that one.
Yeah.
But this was interesting. So that led into, I think it was Andy, maybe it was Sierra. Someone said, like, it's interesting that your biggest gripe with Kyle is that he's going out. And now you're with a guy that all he does is go out.
Well, that's when Amanda makes the I'm single comment because she's called out on the fact that she's been going out a ton and doing whatever she wants, which leads me back to my point about all the heels she packed up for this month, fucking 1 month away in my own apartment. Like, you fucking asshole. You were going out with Wes. You were partying it up. Like, get the fuck out of here. And you weren't fucking single. You weren't fucking single. You weren't single. Unless a judge says, here's your divorce decree, you're not fucking single.
And I think even Sarah was like, I thought you hated going out.
Right.
Which, AKA, it's like, yeah, so did you just borrow Paige's personality for 3 seasons? Because Paige, girly girl, actually does not like to go
Yeah,
out.
she does not,
She
no.
likes her
Unless
bed.
it's, like,
She likes the bed.
Victoria Beckham's event or,
Yeah.
like, Zendaya invites her out,
Yeah,
like, that's
right.
the only way she's
Like,
gonna
she's
go
not
out.
leaving. So it's
No.
like, well,
Kate Middleton.
I felt like that was just like a little like jab from Sierra, like, well, I thought that's who you were,
Yeah.
and that's not who you are anymore. Okay. But I just want to point something out. Okay. And I've said this before the scandal even happened.
Yep.
Of course, Amanda likes fun. She's a human
Of
being.
course.
Of course, she likes going out. She does not like going out with Kyle. Kyle embarrasses her, embarrasses himself. He gets aggressive. He is argumentative. He literally is that guy.
Which he did in the initial seasons of Summer House when we were introduced to Amanda. They were fighting about his drinking and the way he acted while he was out. So this was already a conflict very early on.
Right, but either way, she doesn't want to go out with Kyle.
Yeah.
So when people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like, I just don't understand how you could be going out
Yeah.
now. It's like, guys, come on. Let's not be dumb now. Of course.
Which is crazy because I wonder what it's like going out with Wes because I can't imagine it's any better. And I'm sure he's spreading himself to everyone around and being the party guy and likable and the
Well,
girls.
Well, the thing is, Kyle, it's because he was that guy, like belligerent, embarrassing. It's not that he was just the life of the party. Amanda would have been fine with that. She likes when her husband or boyfriend is good and everybody likes
Yeah.
him. Kyle got to a point that it was like out of control. So it's like, sorry, drunk Kyle, not fun.
Right.
So I get it. Now with the whole West thing though, and this is
But
when
also, to be fair, especially on Summer House, why are you declining going out on certain nights out when your entire cast is out? And often you can go out. Kyle's over there. You're over here enjoying with your friends.
because Kyle always makes the scene, dude.
I don't feel like he always makes a scene.
Having a partner that is aggressive when they drink and loud, it's like the amount of stress that must have done to her.
Yeah.
I feel for her. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go out with Kyle if he were my husband either. Not
Yeah.
with that track record.
Yeah.
Um,
That's valid.
but Kyle does say, which I found interesting,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, you're gonna try to paint me like all I do is party and I'm like this abusive husband. Like you're literally this guy parties twice as hard as I do. Did you notice how both of them just shut up?
Yep.
And so I don't know if you remember, there was I don't even know. I saw the video. No one really knows what they saw, but I did see it for myself.
West when he was out and standing kind of like alone by himself.
And somebody was filming him to be like, oh my God, it's Wes Wilson. At
Yep.
the same time that his alleged dealer came,
Yep.
dapped him up to give him something,
Yep.
which of course people were, speculating it was probably like Coke or something.
Yep.
And I feel like Kyle was like,
Wait, did you see the other video that I'm referring to
What?
where it's dark, he's in like a club or somewhere, and he's standing there and he looks at his hand like this and goes, "Oh my God, you didn't see that?" Yeah. And it's 100%. There's nothing else you're doing like this. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I gotta find it and send it to you because so
Did you see
that's
the one I'm
confirmed.
talking about?
No.
Okay, well, we got to track those down.
Yeah.
Twitter, I can find everything. Don't worry. But Kyle did mention like steroids earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that's like people don't like dap you up to give you roids, do you? Just get those at the gym. Like what? It
Yeah,
had to have been, right? So I think that's
And
what Kyle.
steroids are typically gonna come in a vial.
Okay.
So that's not happening.
Is he on steroids? Because he doesn't look jacked.
No,
So
there's no way.
why did
no,
Kyle
he's
say that?
roly-poly here.
Right.
No.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
I don't know. But they backed down the second, and I know Amanda was probably like, and also I think Kyle's a good enough guy that he realizes that is like life-ending information
Mhm.
to say out loud. I don't think he would have said that regardless of Amanda anything.
Right.
That ruins lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
100%.
us saying it is speculation. If anyone on that cast says anything, everyone's going to take that as the truth.
100%.
Period. So
Yeah. So be careful
you
of
could- you
what you
could-
fucking say.
yeah, you could see them, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see Amanda and Wes just like, and I'm like, oh my God, is Amanda doing it with him? Because he's
Oh,
like,
I'm
you're out till
sure.
4:00 in the morning.
I'm sure. Why would you not?
This girl passes out at 11 o'clock at night.
I know.
I don't know.
That's why I think she really morphed because she had to create this story. So
So
The real
Amanda's
one's
like, you
coming
know
out.
what? I need to get the heat off me and Wes for a second. We find out that before the premiere party, Kyle made out with Sally Carson.
my God, I know. Sally.
I would do
out of
anything to know
anyone?
what Paige DeSorbo has to say about this after Sally was, after
Ugh.
Craig. It's like, Sally. What are
Sally
you
is
doing?
too much.
This actually brings up a great point.
She's so desperate.
I have something to tell you. I don't know if
What?
you saw this yet.
What?
Because I contemplated sending it to you, and then I was like, maybe it would be funnier if I just tell her on the pod.
Yeah.
Lala?
Oh my God.
Okay. So Lala
My God.
on
Where?
her podcast mentions that she hears that Kyle is a killer in bed,
Yes.
and
Yes.
she'll let him like take her for a
I
spin if
think
he
I sent
lets
it to you.
her.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I listened to her podcast, so I heard it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was like, so I did Lala hear this being Kyle being a killer in bed from Sally Carson? Did they do more than make out, or was it from Megan King Edwards? Because
Yeah, but I don't. He's claiming they didn't do anything other than like.
he's claiming that was Sally too. So what
Yeah.
did Lala hear from? Not
Yeah.
Amanda. They haven't had sex in 4 years.
I don't know, but is Lala just trying to insert herself? Because the Valley's a fucking snooze.
Yeah, and I would love to see that.
Wait,
Imagine.
bringing
No,
up
she's sober. She could never be with him.
bringing up
He's a mess.
Megan King.
Yeah.
How fucking funny was it when Lindsay was making fun of Kyle and being like, "You were on your tippies. You're on your tippies," and he's like, "No. My pants were baggy. You couldn't tell.
It was
You
like-
can't tell."
It's like my feet were
But she
planted to the
tall.
ground.
Like Kyle, no, we all know you were fucking on your tiptoe.
Dude, it was so
And
funny.
why are you asking her to go across the street to hide from people taking pictures, but like you think that just on the opposite side of the street they're not gonna find you?
Like that whole story
What logic
makes
is that?
no sense.
Yeah.
So funny. I love it. He's like, we can go over here. I'm like,
I know.
the
I'm like, you
picture.
dummy. He's like, "Oh, we definitely won't be seen here. Diagonal from where you were seen,
Yeah.
and they're not following you.
And
right.
and they're like, you can see them and they can see you.
Yeah. Like,
Awesome.
you're so
I'm
smart.
like, oh, you got it now. He wouldn't have. She wouldn't have let him do that on purpose though. 'Cause she's like custody battle right.
Yeah. No, she needs to keep it PG and
She
clean.
should. I hated her husband.
Yeah, he's an
He was
ass.
such an asshole.
Baseball player. They're usually.
But he has custody. She lost custody. So it's
I
like,
know. Which I don't. He probably has a really good lawyer, which is really
well,
unfortunate. Money
but
pays.
that's the point. That's
Yeah.
the point. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Really scary.
So now whatever. We talk about Sally, Southern Charm. Kyle's like, it's just a kiss.
Yeah.
Then it turns into like, okay, let's take a break. And
Yeah.
now we get backstage.
Right.
Okay?
And it's Sierra on FaceTime. And who's she FaceTiming? Mia.
My goodness. Mia is stunning.
She is really pretty. And she obviously had no makeup on and she's sitting in natural light, like just glowing and looking amazing. And I actually felt bad for her when she was crying.
She literally is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
But how strategic and fucking amazing are you, Sierra, for immediately saying, I know this girl's name. I'm going to find her page and I'm going to get in touch with her and we're going to be BFFs and we're going to fuck
That's not what
this guy
happened.
over.
Kyle reached out to Miha and Miha gave Kyle all the information and Kyle said, with your permission, I want to share this with Sierra.
Gotcha. Yes, because he did say we've been going back and forth for like a month and I learned a lot and it's changed the way I see
Because
West.
Kyle reached out to Miha because he said curiosity got the best of him.
Yes. Okay, you're right. But the fact that Sierra was like, well, let me really nurse this relationship and like become tight because that's going to get to West so fucking bad.
Listen, I'm going to save Summer House single-handedly for next year right now. Get freaking Miha
I know.
on the cast.
She needs to come on.
I would like for Miha, I think Sierra needs to get out of this toxic life.
Yeah, I really
But I'd like to give
she
one
has
more
bigger things.
But I do want one more fun season with just like Paige's last season where she's checked out. I would like Sierra, Miss Miha now, okay?
Yep.
And Sabrina. Yep. Like this is a chaotic cast.
And Dara.
Yes, all of them.
Yep.
Let's throw everybody
And I want
in.
Hannah Burner and I want Paige DeSorbo.
Oh yes. Well, that's never gonna happen.
I know.
But imagine come back, girls.
Oh my God, Hannah, I would love to
Girly
see her.
props.
I
Hannah
love
needs
Hannah.
to. They're so over like above Bravo now, but I would love
I know,
for
they're doing
Hannah to have
huge
some kind of
things.
like redemption arc with Bravo. Not that she gives a fuck anymore, but I would love to see her on my screen.
I know.
Giggly Squad isn't enough.
I love them so much. And this is so funny because every time I listen to them, I always feel like, so Paige sometimes laughs and it sounds like you. And I feel like, you know how like gigglers always say like, I'm more Paige like,
coded or
yeah,
Hannah,
yes.
Yep.
I feel you're Paige coded.
Yep.
And I'm Hannah coded.
I definitely can see it.
100%.
I think I can see it dipping into both waters.
It can.
But gun to our head, you have to choose one right now.
Yeah.
Definitely
I'm
Paige,
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
my God, I would love to talk to them.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
so crazy.
Call us,
One day,
girlies.
hopefully, dreams can
Yeah.
come true.
Dreams can
Hopefully.
come true. So, I mean,
But yeah.
yeah, Mia,
But
though.
this is the craziest thing. I know, talking to her and hearing all this, and like I added this to the timeline here. So Mija says on this FaceTime, they've been together the entire time from when
Filming.
they picked up filming,
Yes.
and they were already together.
Yeah.
And every weekend he would come home, which is interesting because he wasn't seen in a lot of the city shots that they do after they get back from the summer house.
Mm-hmm.
And he was with Mia,
Mhm.
and that was going on the whole time. And then he dumped her right before the statement was released.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole start of Amanda and West, he had a girlfriend
And he
who
was
he was
saying
saying, I love
you
you so much.
and I can't tell people that I'm dating you because I need to protect you and I might lose my job.
I'm gonna get fired.
Although.
Which is that has happened, but it was because it was hidden. If you go into filming saying I have a girlfriend, they would have just said, all right, well, you're clearly like a main cast member. We'll have your girlfriend come in on some visits and scenes, and that's what it is. So you're a fucking liar, Wes, because there's no reason you would get fired if you told them from the get-go.
Not to give like this rat any credit, but then how come Ben found himself in the same exact? Are we sure there's not?
Ben's a fucking psychopath.
Listen, I'm just saying, are we positive that there aren't rogue producers ruining something for everybody out there?
I
'Cause
100%.
I'm concerned
I think
now. I'm concerned.
Sorry, let me clarify. I think Ben, because he's so new, he's not established. He just came on this season.
Right.
You come in with a girlfriend, then they're probably going to be like, well, this is kind of a waste of time. And you're just
Yeah.
going to be like housing up with your girlfriend. West has been there. He's been a staple. He's had all the Sierra drama. You weren't fucking going to get fired. You're just a fucking asshole and you were already fucking around with Amanda.
In fact, you might get, even more airtime
Yeah.
with this girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who seems way too nice and normal and awesome for
Right,
reality
she's-
TV. I really hope she doesn't join. Selfishly, I hope she does for herself. I hope she lives her beautiful life with the horse hair tie necklaces.
Well,
Whatever
that's
they
the thing.
are.
She would have blew up with just those. They
I don't
probably
know.
would have had a horsehair tie party.
Right.
What the fuck?
He's
so stupid.
Yeah, he really fucked her over.
But again, he wants to be that manipulator, and I can have my cake and I can eat it too.
Yes, and that's the whole theme. That's the whole theme Dara was pushing is it is the West show and he'll get what he wants and it's easy for him. He does this shit with his eyes closed. It's past the salt.
Yeah.
For him.
No, it's insane. So they end this with Sierra saying, Kyle walks in and then Sierra says, can we call her while we get back out there? So I am dying to see if they let her call this girl. I cannot imagine they don't.
I'm sure they will. I think maybe, maybe Mija will answer my DM.
I hope so.
Mija, come on the
I've got
podcast.
hiccups. What's happening?
I told Tim and he was like, you think she's going to come on your show with 20 subscribers and you only
Wait,
have 2
wait.
episodes?
I know.
I was like,
that's the thing. Like, she's going to look at us
she's going to
and
be like, this is
laugh.
fake. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know the biggest podcasts in Bravo must have reached out to her?
100%. She must get a million a day now.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, especially since part 2 has been released and she's been on film and like her name is out there.
I was like, Tim, are you saying I'm not good?
And I was wrong with the quote she had said in the comment. It actually said, if I was out there, the cops would have been called. It wasn't, they would have a heart attack.
Yeah.
The cops would have been called. So that would be
Oh.
amazing. But yeah, she really needs to come guest star because we would love that. And we can mutually.
Or
benefit from
anyone get her on the show. We need,
Yeah.
like, even if they have her FaceTime, I need more than that. I need her to just talk about it for an hour.
Yep.
I need her to come on Summer House next season.
I
just
want
talk
all
about
the
it
texts.
time.
I want everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get more answers next week.
Yeah. Wild. But I'm going to be so sad when this ends and we're going to have to just focus on In the City. But we also have Love Island USA season 8.
Yes. So that we'll definitely cover here and there. It comes out there's a new episode every day.
Every day.
See, she doesn't watch Love Island.
I feel like I used to in the past, but I know.
Every day except for Tuesdays.
Oh my God, what
It's
is
real
wrong with
time.
them?
It's real time. That's what makes the show so big. So when you
Oh.
vote, like right now,
Paige says she likes UK the best.
it is
The best.
Australia is really good. US is
Oh.
the worst one.
Really?
It's the worst one. And people that don't really watch Love Island will fight you on it and say no because they had one good season. UK is the original.
Yep.
Australia has the best looking cast. Every single one of these franchises besides US has like at least like 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons.
Yeah.
US, I think, is on season 4.
Yep.
And it's like the redheaded stepchild to the other ones.
No, season 8 this is.
Of US?
Love Island?
There's Love Island UK, Love Island Australia,
Yeah,
Love Island
Love Island
US.
US. Because remember yesterday I was texting you saying, "Is it season 7 that I'm supposed to be watching?" And then I was like, "Oh, wait, no, it's season 8."
No.
Yes, this is season 8, the
What?
new
Oh
one.
my god. Either
'Cause I
way,
saw it come up on Peacock too. It was like season 8, episode 1 now
okay.
streaming.
Well, you can't it's not something you can always cover like you think because it comes out every
Gotcha,
single
gotcha.
day.
Okay.
But we will need something other than in the city, and
And,
hopefully
well, the reunion for Real Housewives is being filmed soon. Rhode Island, sorry.
we'll definitely have to cover that. Did you know that
They're crazy.
I just found this out. You know how like Slam Pig?
Yeah.
Do you know that's just a New England thing? They said
Really?
that on Rhode Island,
No, yeah, no.
and people online are freaking out, being
But that's
like,
I've also heard that, and I never knew the actual meaning. It's about guys that fuck fat girls, ugly fat girls. That's the actual meaning.
yeah.
That's so
What did you think it
fucked up.
was?
I thought it was just like a almost like a whore.
That's what I thought it was too.
No, it's specifically like a fat, ugly girl that you're fucking
Okay.
just to
well,
fuck. You have no feelings, you hate them, and you think they're ugly as fuck, but you're fucking them because you need to fuck.
Okay, well, guess what? That came from here,
That's fucked.
New England. Everyone in the world is like, "What's a
kidding.
Slam Pig?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
And now I'm finding out that's
never
like
knew.
great.
That's
Just
so
throw that into the New England
crazy.
name. Thanks a lot. All
I
right,
know.
all right, we gotta go. I need to
Yeah, enough is enough. Eat,
watch
go.
Love Island.
Yeah, I need to watch that too. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so
Because
excited.
now I have 2 episodes because you're saying it drops twice. Oh, no, because I probably won't get the second episode till tomorrow because it's delayed a day because I don't have live TV.
No, it's on Hulu. It's
Hulu? I
Yeah.
thought it was just Peacock. Oh, great.
Oh,
Awesome.
maybe it. I don't know.
Wait.
They are streamed on so many different
I know.
things,
So that is so infuriating. Like, pick one and fuck off.
especially with Love Island. It's like, all right, enough.
Right, like I can't even
I-
finish Euphoria, but like that's enough. Enough is enough. Good night.
Oh, so
Yeah, I can't.
good.
I,
Oh, we
I'm
gotta talk
gonna
about that after.
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, baby.
Good night.
Bye.